This is Chris Attig from the law firm of Attig, Curran, Steele. At Attig, Curran, Steele, we provide caring, effective, and efficient representation of veterans with VA disability appeals before the Board of Veterans Appeals, the U.S. Court of Appeals for Veterans Claims, and the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit. Today, I want to talk to you about the Holmes case, a recent Veterans Court panel decision. Some links to this precedent will appear below this video. In the Holmes case, the Veterans Court built upon its prior migraine rating decisions and provided guidance for VA raters, the BVA, and veterans who are trying to establish the proper ratings for their migraine attack. In a nutshell, in the Holmes case, the board found that when establishing a VA disability rating for a veteran's service-connected migraine condition, the VA's raters should look beyond mere headaches to understand how the individual veteran's migraines impact that particular veteran and his or her ability to work. The BVA did this in their decision by diving into the meaning of migraine attacks as it appears in Diagnostic Code 8100 in the VA Schedule of Ratings for Disabilities. This case is incredibly rare. The board does not typically define regulatory terms. It is even more rare for the BVA to define regulatory terms in a pro-veteran manner. By any reasonable analysis, this BVA decision was a huge win for all veterans, although it did not result in a higher rating or any past due benefits for this particular veteran. However, the veteran appealed the BVA's decision to the U.S. Court of Appeals for Veterans Claims, the CAVC. I'm not clear why he was appealing, and his arguments appear to have confused the court somewhat. Nevertheless, the Veterans Court took the time to comment on the BVA's surprisingly holistic analysis and cemented it into precedent. So let's back up and set the stage for the Holmes decision. We know from the Veterans Court decision in Johnson v. Wilkie in 2018 that the criteria for VA ratings for migraines are successive, meaning that to establish the next level rating, a veteran must establish each of the lower ratings for migraines. What does that mean? Take a look at VA Diagnostic Code 8100 to understand this successive nature of VA ratings for migraine attacks. A veteran gets a 0% with less frequent migraine attacks. A veteran gets a 10% if his symptoms are characteristic prostrating attacks averaging about 1 and 2 months over several months. A veteran will get a 30% rating if they have characteristic prostrating attacks that occur on average about once a month over the last several months. And the veteran gets the highest scheduler rating for migraines of 50% when their migraine condition, it consists of very frequent, completely prostrating and prolonged attacks productive of severe economic inadaptability. Now, I'm not going to explain what those terms mean. That's beyond the scope of this particular video. What I want you to take away from these symptoms in the Diagnostic Code 8100 is that you can't get a 50% rating for service-connected migraines without first establishing that your migraine condition fulfills the 0, 10, and 30% rating levels. But that wasn't what the Holmes case was about. The Veterans Court decision in Holmes focused essentially on the word attacks. Did the word attacks in the VA disability rating criteria for migraines include only headache symptoms? Can a migraine attack include symptoms other than headaches? These were the questions that the court considered. They considered that the central theme of each of the compensable migraine ratings in Diagnostic Code 8100 focused on prostrating attacks. A prostrating attack, the court wrote, plainly describes migraine attacks that typically produce powerlessness or a lack of vitality. The court next asked, what then is a migraine attack? The court noted some medical and English dictionaries that consistently defined migraines as familial symptom complex of periodic attacks preceded by a prodromal sensory symptoms and commonly associated with irritability, nausea, vomiting, constipation, diarrhea, and photophobia. Because the meaning of migraine attack is broader than just the meaning of headache, the court reasoned, the VA must look at the broader set of symptoms when evaluating a veteran's migraine attacks for a disability compensation rating. Here's what the court wrote, quote, the VA must look at everything the veteran experiences as a result of migraine attacks and then consider the frequency, duration, severity, and economic impact of those symptoms. Or, as the board put it, the rating criteria for migraines, by their very nature, contemplate the various manifestations of such disability by focusing on the overall functional impairment rather than a demonstration of a particular symptom. Close quote. What all that means is that if your migraine rating in your VA disability compensation claim or appeal focuses only on migraine headaches, you might well be underrated. And here's something else. We know from anecdotal and statistical analysis that VA and private doctors alike tend to discount the severity of symptoms of pain reported by Black women. This means that most Black female veterans are probably getting lowballed for their migraine attack ratings. There's some things you can do to fix this. First, your job as a veteran or a veteran's advocate is to focus the VA rater or the BVA judge on the frequency, chronicity, severity, and the economic impact of the full array of symptoms you're experiencing during a migraine attack: nausea, dizziness, headaches, irritability, vision or smell or taste issues, etc. You're going to want to document and present all of the symptoms of your migraine attacks that render you powerless or that demonstrate that the migraine attack is completely prostrating. Second, use a migraine log. There are a lot of apps and paper logs out there, but for VA purposes, you may want to focus only on a few things just to make it more likely that you'll keep up with it. Document the date and time of the attack, how long it lasted, whether it was prostrating or not, the severity of symptoms that accompanied the migraine headaches, if any, or what symptoms other than migraine headaches did you experience. Now, if you're a Black veteran, and especially a Black female veteran, this migraine attack log is critical. At our firm, we are going to compare a veteran's report of their symptoms to the report of symptoms recorded by doctors. When we find a gap, meaning that our client is underrated for migraine attacks, this is where we're going to focus our energy. Every case is different. Your case may not fit into this mold, but our goal in this type of scenario is going to be to build strong lay, medical, and opinion evidence that documents the actual severity of our client's migraine attacks. If you're a veteran who believes that you've been underrated for your migraine attacks, or if you're appealing a VA or BVA denial of service connection for your migraine condition, please reach out to the law firm of Attig, Curran Steele. You can visit our website at www.bvaappeals.com and request a consultation with an attorney. That's bvaappeals.com. My name's Chris Attig. I'm an attorney at the law firm of Attig, Curran Steele, and I will say goodbye and have a great day, and we'll see you the next time I hop on for a video. Take care.